What kind of man pays this well for a blank deck of playing cards?
Hi, I'm Couchcoop and welcome to my Lamplighters League review. Bit of a rocky ride with this one. Just as a heads up, I am well into my turn-based strategy games. I love them. I've put together a couple of lists for PlayStation 4 and Warhammer. Have a damn good roster of turn-based games that are really top-notch. I thoroughly recommend a look at both of those videos, and this is an Xbox Microsoft exclusive, so the PlayStation 4 one might appease some of you Sony fans. Harebrained, the people that sort of worked on some Shadowrun remakes are behind this, and they've already fallen out with Paradox.
This is how we say hello.
That was impressive.
Apparently the sales haven't been great, and I think it was ACG or one of the larger reviewers put in their thumbnail that they, really recommended it. They were like, this is something that I really like. A Wild West sort of split decision on it as well, and what I'll say on a tactical level, this game's bringing something quite new to the table, and that would be that you can run around free roam style and then go into the combat mode afterwards or when you instigate. So there's all this sort of free running all around the map, collecting things, looking at real-time vision cones. It's quite cool, and then you decide to instigate things, or you get spotted and the enemy will do it for you. Very rigid structure on class type, giving you like a gun guy, a sneak guy called Latif, supposed to be Tea-Leaf, I think, and a close quarters lady, and there's also that sort of 40s sort of Indiana Jones meets Jolly Hockey Sticks thing.
How do you like a taste of land?
We've also just seen a hefty patch for it drop yesterday, so I sort of jumped in. I did have some initial issues with the game. It doesn't perform very well, and there is quite a lot of pause and delay on the enemy phase, so you'll be sat there looking at a still screen, and I've had guys like walk through my Overwatch cones. It's been quite strange trying to work out where the issues are because there's so many tiny ones. It's got an identical colour scheme to XCOM 2 with the movement model in the tactical mode. You can see that blue area, that's where you can do a move and get around. But if you go into the sort of yellow bit, that is move only. You guys know the sort of cutoff with the demonstration of that framework. So with that turn-based stuff, you're really at home. It's the free running area that takes a bit of brain work from my side.
You're in over your head.
I think what it really wants is to be a strategy-based, resource-based, sort of even Darkest Dungeon recruitment-style, hub-based system that you sort of go back to, you re-team up, you open all your unlockables, you spend money on your guys, you upgrade them, then you pick a team to take out to various tasks, very much like the XCOM model. Opening missions have you sort of looking for new characters to put on your team. It's the classic go and rescue X, Y, and Z, and you also get to use them in battle in real time once you find them. Some of them are really cool. The pilot's great. There's one called Celestine who's got some psychic powers, so it's not just down the middle gunplay and explosions. If you look across the top here, you'll see this like supply and heal and all these like points and stuff, resources that you get from missions that you need to spend on areas, and you've got to send people out on scouts to get stuff whilst you're playing an actual mission. So it's all happening very fast, and I think that's one of the things that may have put some people off. You get like a special for each character, which is like a one-use thing, and learning each character's special move and its abilities, how it works. Do I need to do it from height? Can I do this from cover? What's the radius? That takes ages. Before you've even got your head around that, bang, you've got a new character. Then you've got to upgrade the skills of the one you've just learned, and it's like, whoa, slow this all down. Let's have it in some slightly more bite-sized chunks so that we can really work all these people out. Level 2, one where you've got to stop a generator, took me 3 hours, probably about 17 attempts. Thank God it didn't autosave.
Taking notes on this?
The production isn't bad either. The music's great. Doing research on the game and looking at all this Paradox, Harebrained Studios fallout, you can see there was a full-blown orchestra involved. The budget wasn't small, and there must have been some money changing hands to keep this as a Microsoft Xbox exclusive. So it's not a disappointment by any stretch. It just needs a bit of polish, I feel, and I think they may have bitten off more than they can chew with making these combat mechanics so detailed.
Watch out!
It also switches out. It's a bit procedural on the enemy placements. Remember those 16 attempts I was talking about? It gave me crazy Banshee women on one playthrough, then it's like back to the Hellgast. I'm like, whoa, I can't come up with a plan. The key is to really manipulate things in real time before going into that turn-based combat mode. There's loads of stuff lying around, like fire bombs and aid and bandages that can really bolster your case for taking everyone on when you're prepared for that combat. For a turn-based strategy fan like myself, I'm really loving all these stats, and you can look at everybody, see the percentage of a critical hit, look at their energy. The guy with all the guns has got loads of different cool moves, including spraying everyone, making people blind, and working out everybody's strength and abilities is part of the love for me with these games. Getting your head around how dangerous a particular character is if you start utilizing their sneak attack. They have very much gone for a class system with sort of locked abilities, the melee attack female only sort of going in close quarters, then you've got the gun guy and the sneak dude who can actually fire early on in their skill tree, so you've just got quite a few options, and I think that is daunting, especially in combat when you've got 3 people to worry about and about 18 enemies. Like, you'll think you've done an area and just a bunch of them will come down a flight of stairs and you'll be like, oh my god, I can't keep going.
See if we can cause a little trouble.
Opening up new people, picking your team, dealing with that hub and the resource management around the supply, and developing new stuff, bolting on new skills, taking them out to the battlefield, and getting characters open who have really got some quite enjoyable movesets to work with is the pull for me. It's not going to be a game like Gears Tactics, which used to be on Game Pass and is seriously top notch for this genre, and of course XCOM 2, which I put in the still holds up. It's still looking good, still playing amazing, and still holding up.
Forget your fears for now.
Am I enjoying it? Well, it's really hard. It's a game I find very steep at the front end, and I'm used to these types. It's also brilliant value, and as I always say, the Game Pass subscription, having this day one, well, not exactly, came out on Steam a few weeks prior, really just gives it that added angle of value and allows me to sort of look at it passively and say yay or nay. This one is about 50% yay. I think it just needs some more work to it, tightening up and some more patches. They'll come through, maybe I'll go back to it at the end of the year, but it certainly doesn't deserve the hate that it's been getting recently, and that's a bit of a shame that that harebrained Shadowrun team went and split paths with Paradox.
I wasn't worried.
It's also got monsters on the cover art, like tentacles, and I saw some like green lizard thing, so I also need to hang out for those bad boys. The aesthetic also, this 50s sort of posh swashbuckling meets Indiana Jones thing, has got me thinking about another game that is almost exactly in this vein, but it isn't a real-time strategy, and it's going to go on the channel for October for Halloween. And just like the Rage 2 thing, it got rushed out on the channel, and another hint is from Rebellion, and also I haven't reviewed it on the PlayStation 5 yet, so I will see you down there for that. It's not Zombie Army 4.